CES 2025 is officially here, and you know what that means. A flood of new tech. And lucky for you guys, this deep dive is going to be all about NVIDIA and their brand new RTX 5000 series GPUs. Remember how you were saying that you wanted to upgrade your graphics card? Let's just say you picked a good year to do it. We've got some articles here from Merit Station, the NVIDIA Newsroom, and even the Tech Power Up GPU database to help us out. We're going to break down all the juicy details of the new Blackwell architecture. That's the heart of these new cards. We'll figure out what it all means for gaming, 3D rendering, and AI development.
It's very clear that NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang is really excited about this launch. He's actually comparing Blackwell to the introduction of programmable shaders 25 years ago. That's a pretty bold statement, especially considering how much that revolutionized graphics back then.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty excited to see how this is going to shake things up. But let's get down to it. What is actually different about this new architecture? I keep hearing about things like 5th-gen tensor cores and RTX neural shaders. What does all this mean for the average person?
Well, those tensor cores are really important for AI processing. They're specialized processors that help make AI calculations super fast. In Blackwell, they've been significantly upgraded. And that translates to everything from more realistic graphics to more complex AI in games.
Oh, okay.
As for RTX neural shaders, those are essentially tiny AI networks built right into the shaders themselves. This lets developers create some really amazing real-time effects that just weren't possible before.
Okay, that's starting to make sense.
Yeah.
But what really matters is how all of this translates to performance, right?
Yeah.
The NVIDIA Newsroom press release makes some pretty wild claims about these cards. I mean, they're saying that the RTX 5070, their entry-level card, can rival the performance of last gen's top-of-the-line RTX 4090.
Yeah. It is a very significant jump in performance. There's a fascinating detail in the Tech Power Up database that really shows the difference. The RTX 5090, their new flagship card, has a ridiculous 92 billion transistors. To put that into perspective, it can handle over 3,352 trillion AI operations every second. That's insane processing power on a single card.
Whoa, that's a lot of numbers to even think about. So besides just making games run smoother, what does this kind of power actually let us do?
Well, if we zoom out and look at the bigger picture, this performance jump opens up a ton of possibilities beyond just gaming. For example, 3D rendering, scientific simulations, and even AI development itself could see massive speed improvements thanks to these cards.
So this could potentially change how we use computers in lots of different fields.
Absolutely. And then you have to consider the impact of DLSS 4, NVIDIA's deep learning supersampling technology. The new multi-frame generation feature uses AI to predict and generate additional frames. This could potentially increase performance up to 8 times.
Wait, so even with all this power already, they're finding ways to boost performance even further using AI.
Exactly. It's a great example of how AI isn't just about making things look better, it's about changing how we create and experience those visuals.
That's pretty mind-blowing. But hold on a second. There's one thing we haven't discussed yet, and I think it's what everyone is really buzzing about. The price. The Merit Station article dropped a bombshell. The RTX 6070 is launching at only $549. That's the same price as the RTX 4090 launched at just last year.
You're right. That's a pretty aggressive move by NVIDIA. It seems they're really trying to make high-end performance more accessible to everyone.
So let's break it down for everyone listening. What does the rest of the RTX 5000 series look like price-wise?
Well, the Merit Station article lists the entire lineup. For the desktops, the RTX 5070 Ti will be $749. The RTX 5080 comes in at $999. And the top-tier RTX 5090 is set at $1,999. And for the laptop GPUs, which will launch later, the RTX 5070 starts at $1,299, the 5070 Ti at $1,599, the 5080 at $2,199, and the 5090 at $2,899. All of those are significantly cheaper than their last-gen equivalents.
Wow, those prices are pretty incredible for the level of performance we're talking about. It seems like NVIDIA is really shaking things up in the GPU market.
Yeah, it's definitely going to put pressure on competitors like AMD to respond. But I think in the end, it's a win for us, the consumers. It means more people will have access to this incredible new technology.
Okay, so we talked about the impressive performance and the shockingly affordable prices. But we need to dive into what is perhaps the most intriguing aspect of these new cards, the AI revolution happening in graphics. What exactly are these RTX neural shaders, and how are they going to change the way games look and feel?
So as we mentioned earlier, RTX neural shaders are like mini AI networks within the shaders themselves. One really cool example of this is the RTX neural faces technology, which was highlighted in the NVIDIA Newsroom article. This tech can generate incredibly detailed and realistic digital faces in real time. This has huge implications for things like character design and virtual experiences.
So are you saying we're about to see video game characters that look like they're straight out of a Hollywood movie?
It's definitely possible, but NVIDIA isn't stopping there. They're pushing AI beyond just visuals with something called ACE, which stands for Autonomous Character Enhancement.
Autonomous character enhancement. That sounds intense. What does it actually do?
It's basically using AI to create more intelligent and responsive characters in games. Imagine NPCs that can actually react and adapt to your actions in a believable way. It's already being implemented in games like PUBG to create a more dynamic and engaging gameplay experience.
So we're not just talking about prettier graphics, we're talking about AI that can understand and respond to the player in real time.
Exactly. And that's just the beginning of what's possible with this new generation of GPUs and how they work with AI.
This is already a lot to take in, and we're just getting started. We'll be back soon to explore what all this means in part 2 of your deep dive. We'll discuss everything from AI tools for content creators to the potential impact on fields beyond gaming and entertainment. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We're jumping right back into NVIDIA's announcements, their new RTX 5000 series. I'm still wrapping my head around the fact that they managed to get such a huge performance boost and make the cards more affordable.
Yeah, it really is quite a feat. It shows how fast innovation is happening with GPUs these days. But remember, it's not just about raw power. The real magic is how they've integrated AI into every aspect of these cards.
Right. We talked about DLSS 4 and RTX neural shaders last time, but the NVIDIA Newsroom article mentioned a bunch of AI-powered tools for creators. Can you give us a rundown of those?
Absolutely. It seems like NVIDIA is really going all in on AI, not just for making games look better, but to give creators more power too. For example, they've added a lot of incredible new features to their NVIDIA broadcast app.
Okay, now you've got my attention. What kind of features are we talking about?
Well, one of the best ones is Studio Voice. It uses AI to basically upgrade how good your microphone sounds. It can make you sound like you're recording in a professional studio, even if you're just using a headset at home.
That's awesome. So many people are creating content from home now. I know audio quality can be a real pain. This could be huge for podcasters, streamers, anyone who needs to record a high-quality audio. What else is there?
They've also added Virtual Key Light. It uses AI to relight your face for streams or video calls, so you look way more professional, even if your lighting setup isn't that good.
So no more awkward shadows from bad lighting. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's not just NVIDIA working on this stuff. They're working with companies like Streamlabs to make even more AI-powered tools for creators.
Now that's something I'm interested in. What's Streamlabs doing with AI?
Well, they're coming out with something called the Intelligent Streaming Assistant. Basically, it's an AI co-host, producer, and technical assistant all in one.
Whoa, an AI co-host. That sounds like something straight out of the future. What does it actually do?
It helps you manage your stream, interact with your audience, and even fix technical problems. Imagine having an entire production crew right there with you, and it's all powered by AI.
That's wild. So with this AI assistant, streamers can just focus on making great content and talking with their audience. And the AI takes care of everything else behind the scenes.
Exactly. It's all powered by NVIDIA's AC and in-world AI, so they're using some really cutting-edge technology.
This is all incredibly cool. But let's step back for a second. What does this mean for the average person, someone who maybe isn't a professional gamer or streamer? How are these advancements going to change their everyday lives?
That's a great question. I think what we're seeing is high-end graphics and AI becoming accessible to everyone. Tools that used to only be for big studios and professionals are now something anyone with a good computer can use.
Okay, I like that. Explain it to me like I'm 5. How is this going to change things for everyday people?
Think of it like this. People who want to be filmmakers, game developers, musicians, even just people who want to make cool things on their computer. They'll have access to the same technology that used to be way too expensive.
So you're saying that with these new GPUs and AI tools, anyone can make professional quality content at home. That's really cool.
Exactly. And it's not just about creating things, it's about experiencing them too. Games and virtual experiences are going to be so realistic and immersive. That's something everyone can enjoy.
I can see that. We're talking about a future where games look and feel more real than ever before, and where anyone can make amazing things.
Exactly. And it goes beyond how good it looks. Remember those AI-powered characters we talked about before? Imagine talking to them in a game world or a virtual space that feels completely real.
Okay, I'm starting to get lost in all the possibilities here. It sounds like we're about to see something truly incredible.
We are. It's exciting and a little scary to think about all of this.
Yeah.
But there's one more thing we need to talk about. The NVIDIA Newsroom article mentions something called AI Foundation Models and Project
Oh,
R2X.
right. I was wondering about those. What are they all about, and how do they fit into this whole AI thing we've been talking about?
Well, this is where things get really futuristic. Basically, NVIDIA is setting the stage for AI to become a much bigger part of how we use computers every day.
Okay, I'm listening. What are these AI foundation models, and what does Project R2X have to do with them?
Think of AI foundation models like the building blocks for making super smart AI applications. They're trained on huge amounts of data and can be used for tons of different tasks. It's like having a giant AI brain that developers can use to build all sorts of cool new stuff.
So, like a super powerful AI platform that anyone can use to make specialized AI tools.
Exactly. And Project R2X is a perfect example of what's possible with these models.
Okay, tell me more about this Project R2X. What is it, and why should I care?
Imagine a PC avatar that can see you and talk to you. It can interact with you and your computer in a whole new way. It can find information, help you with tasks, even be on video calls with you.
Wait, a PC avatar that can see? You mean like a digital assistant, but one that can actually see and hear me?
That's right. It's like having a super smart friend that lives on your computer. It learns what you like, knows what you need, and helps you out in ways that haven't been possible before.
That's either incredibly useful or the beginning of some sci-fi movie where computers take over the world. I'm not sure which yet.
It definitely gives us a glimpse into the future of how we'll interact with computers. And like any powerful technology, there are good and bad things to consider.
Okay, so let me get this straight. We've got these crazy, powerful new GPUs that are cheaper than ever. We've got all these cool new AI tools for creators. And now we have AI foundation models that are going to make even more intelligent applications possible. It's a lot to think about.
It is, and we've only just started talking about it. There's still so much more to explore.
Well, I'm already feeling overwhelmed, but in a good way.
Hmm.
We need a minute to process all of this. When we come back to the last part of your deep dive, we'll switch gears. We'll talk about how these advancements could change other industries besides gaming and entertainment, and what this all means for the future of technology in general. Don't go anywhere.
All right, welcome back to the final part of your deep dive into NVIDIA's Blackwell architecture and the RTX 5000 series. We've talked about a lot, from crazy performance boosts to those game-changing AI tools. But now let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture here. You're right, it's important to remember that technology doesn't just exist on its own. All these advancements with GPUs and AI could have a huge impact on industries we haven't even talked about yet.
That's what I'm really curious about. What are some ways this tech could change other fields?
Well, healthcare, for one. The RTX 5000 series is so powerful that it could revolutionize medical imaging. Imagine doctors using AI to analyze scans and find diseases earlier than ever before.
So these GPUs could actually help save lives.
Oh, absolutely. Finding diseases early is so important. And AI is incredible at analyzing complex medical data. But it's not just healthcare. Think about all the scientific research that could be done. Scientists could use these GPUs to run really complex simulations. They could analyze massive data sets and speed up discoveries in fields like climate modeling, drug discovery, even astrophysics.
Wow, are we talking about solving some of the world's biggest problems with these GPUs?
It's definitely possible. And let's not forget about creative fields. Remember all those AI-powered tools. Imagine filmmakers, animators, and visual effects artists using those tools to create photorealistic CGI characters and environments. And they can do it all in real time.
It sounds like a whole new era of creativity is about to begin. The only limit is going to be our imagination.
Exactly. And even in everyday life, the RTX 5000 series and AI could change how we work and learn. Imagine virtual assistants that know what you need before you even ask. They could personalize your learning and even break down language barriers instantly.
It sounds like how we interact with technology is about to fundamentally change, not just for fun or creative stuff, but for everything.
Exactly. Powerful GPUs and advanced AI have the potential to completely reshape our world in ways we can't even imagine yet.
It's exciting and a little scary all at the same time, isn't it?
It really is. But that's what makes this deep dive so interesting. We're not just looking at new technology. We're thinking about how it will affect our society, our culture, our whole future.
That's why it's so important to learn about these advancements and be part of the conversation.
Absolutely. We've only just begun to explore all of this today, but I hope this deep dive has helped you understand the potential of NVIDIA's Blackwell architecture and the RTX 5000 series.
You've definitely given us a lot to think about. Who knows what the future holds, but I think it's safe to say that things are going to get interesting. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and make sure to check out the articles we mentioned for even more information.